What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So back in March during their keynote event, Apple announced the Apple Card, which is basically a credit card tailored towards iOS users. This month, Apple has slowly started rolling out invites to people to apply for the new Apple Card. And I was lucky enough to not only be able to apply for the card, but was also approved to get it. In this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about the Apple Card if you're interested in getting one for yourself, from the application process to using the Apple Card with your iPhone. And I'll also show you the physical card itself as well, since I know a lot of people are interested in that. For now though, like I said, the Apple Card is by invitation only, and if you want to sign up to possibly receive an invite, or if you just want to learn more about the card in general, I'll have some links down below in the video description. So after you receive your invite from Apple, or depending on when you watch this video, you may not even need to have an invite anymore at all, but either way, what you're going to do is go into the Wallet app on your iOS device. From there, tap on the plus icon in the top right corner to add a new card. And you should see a new option underneath credit or debit that says Apple Card. You'll see a little blurb describing the card and the application process. And if you want to go ahead and apply, you'll need to provide some personal information, which is the standard for pretty much all credit card applications. You'll need to type in the usual stuff like your name, address, and phone number, and you'll also need to provide your social security number and annual income. You'll likely also need to scan the front and back of your driver's license as well during the application process. One thing to keep in mind, applying for the Apple credit card does trigger a hard inquiry on your credit. Mine was through TransUnion, so if you have a lot of recent hard inquiries or don't want that mark on your credit report right now, you shouldn't apply for the Apple Card. After you have provided all that information, you're going to instantly get a response through the app on whether or not you were approved or denied. Now, depending on your credit score, credit history, income, debt, and other factors, you're going to get a credit limit and interest rate that pertains specifically to you. I've seen some folks have credit limits as low as $2,500 and as high as $25,000, and the APR ranges between 12.99% and 23.99%. Again, that's all based on your individual credit history. And in regards to credit limit increases or interest rate changes, Apple says right now they are not offering any changes for at least 6 months. So the credit limit and APR you were given up front is what you'll have for a while. Now, once you are approved through the Wallet app, you're technically done. Your Apple Card is ready to use right away. The card is in the Wallet app immediately following the application process, and you can start using it for purchases. You don't actually need a physical Apple Card at all, but if you do want one, you have to do one more step in the app and manually request to have one delivered to you. It's completely free to have the physical card sent to you, and you should get one in the mail in just a couple of business days. This is what you'll get when Apple ships your card to you. And unlike some premium credit cards like the American Express Platinum, for example, that ships in a nice wooden box, the experience here with the Apple Card is pretty boring actually, and not all that Apple-esque, surprisingly. There's just this little flip open cover, and inside is the physical Apple Card. Now, to activate the card, once again, you'll need your iOS device. All you do is hold your phone up to the card like this, and after a second, it'll be recognized and instantly paired and activated, sort of like how AirPods get connected if you're familiar with that. But besides that, that's it. The physical card is now ready to go, and I want to take just a second to show you guys the card itself before we jump back into the app. So the card is all metal. It's actually titanium with this sort of white or off-white finish. And as far as how it feels and how it compares to some other metal credit cards, it's thicker than the Chase Sapphire Preferred and about as thick as the American Express Platinum, and much more firm than any other metal card that I've held before. There's a laser-etched Apple logo in the top left corner. Your name is just printed there off center, and there's a chip across from that, which you'll find on any other credit or debit card nowadays. Around back, you can see the Goldman Sachs logo. That's the bank that Apple partnered with to make this credit card possible, and MasterCard, who is the card issuer. There's also the mag stripe along the bottom, and that's it. You'll notice there's no credit card number on the physical credit card, no signature required either, no CVN or expiration date, and that's because all of that information is stored inside the Wallet app on your iOS device. The Wallet app is really your go-to hub for everything Apple Card related. And from the application process to the physical card and everything in between, you can see that you can't do anything really without the Wallet app on an iOS device. Now, inside the Wallet app, you're going to find all the information associated with your Apple Card. This includes your entire purchase history, including daily and weekly totals, as well as purchases by category, your current account balance and total credit limit, your payment date, and if you tap on the little three-dot icon at the top right, You'll get all the rest of the information about your card, including the credit card number, expiration date, and security code. Apple primarily expects you to use the Apple Card with the Wallet app and Apple Pay, obviously. And that means that to make purchases, you'll also be expected to verify yourself using Face ID or Touch ID. This occurs with every purchase you make, both in stores and online when using Apple Pay and the Wallet app. However, if you come across a retailer that needs the actual card numbers or just doesn't accept Apple Pay at all, you can provide them the card information that's inside the app or just use the physical credit card like you would any other card. This is also how you can provide card information to retailers if you need to return an item to the store. If you lose your physical Apple Card or if it gets stolen, you can of course freeze that card immediately and request a new card to be sent to you for free. Obviously, whoever stole your card won't be able to use Apple Pay and can't type in any card information because all that is stored on the device and they need your face or fingerprint along with your phone. But with the physical card, they can still use the card at in-person retailers just like any other credit card, so keep that in mind. While Apple Pay integration with Face ID and Touch ID offers an extra layer of protection, the physical card is still just a regular old credit card and can still be compromised. As you start making purchases with the Apple Card, you'll see all your transactions listed and also color-coded based on the category. And what's also kind of fun is that the card in your Wallet app will slowly start to change colors based on all the purchases you've made. Now, I feel like I shouldn't have to mention this at all, but the color change happens just in the app and not on the physical card itself. The Wallet app allows you to check all your spending activity and gives a good visual on what you're spending your money on. This isn't something new. A lot of banking and credit card apps already do this, and services like Mint.com also offer categorized spending and more in-depth info on your purchases, but it is nice that the Wallet app is so well organized. To help ensure you know exactly when and where purchases were made, the Wallet app will also integrate with maps to show you the exact location of a purchase as well. And when it's time to pay your balance, Apple will show you exactly the amount of interest you'll be accruing if you decide to pay less than your statement amount. This encourages you to pay off your balance in full like you should every month, but also offers a clear understanding of the interest you'll have to pay back if you decide to keep a balance. So now that you have the Apple Card, let's talk about the benefits. Compared to most other standard and premium credit cards on the market, the Apple Card doesn't offer a whole lot, which I think is why a lot of people have criticized this card a bit. But what you do get is 1% cash back on all purchases you make with the card, 2% cash back on purchases made specifically with Apple Pay, and 3% cash back on purchases made at the Apple Store. The cash back is given to you within 24 hours in the form of an Apple Cash balance, so there's no waiting until the end of the month to redeem it. Basically, as soon as you earn it, it's loaded onto your Apple Cash account. Besides the cash back tiers, there are no other actual benefits associated with the Apple Card right now. There's no sign-up bonuses, no points, no airline or lounge partnerships. It's just the cash back. The Apple Card doesn't have any annual fee though, and Apple isn't charging a lot of other fees associated with most credit cards, which is a plus. And I'll leave some of that information on screen right now so you can get an idea. There's no annual fees, no international transaction fees, no late payment fees, and no fee for exceeding your credit limit either. And the no fee selling point is definitely something Apple is pushing. Again, nothing groundbreaking here, but a decent sort of perk anyway. While the cashback is okay, and the lack of any fees is a decent perk, obviously if you're even somewhat familiar with most credit cards, you'll probably notice that the Apple Card just doesn't offer a whole lot as a credit card. You're mostly paying for the convenience of Apple Wallet integration and the ease of use with the app. But if you're looking for better perks beyond just having a special looking card, there are countless better options available that might even be easier to acquire if you have a short credit history or a less than ideal credit score. So one last thing I do want to mention, if you couldn't tell already through this whole process, the Apple Card is entirely associated to your iOS device. Even if you have the physical card, right now there's no way to pay your bill or check the balance without it being integrated with the Wallet app on your iOS device. There's no online Apple Card website. It isn't set up with like iCloud or anything like that. You can't even apply unless you're doing it through the Wallet app. So without an iOS device, you can't get the Apple Card at all. And if you sell your iOS device at a later date, you can no longer use your Apple Apple Card. This is just something to keep in mind if you're considering getting this card. You are even further trapped inside Apple's ecosystem when you take the plunge and get the Apple Card. So there you go. That's everything you need to know about the new Apple credit card. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them down below and I'll try to help out if I can. And also, if I missed anything important, let me know too. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I know the Apple Card isn't for everyone, but I definitely love to know your thoughts on it. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.